Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crew 2. Today I was thinking we should have a look at Affix stats. Have you ever gone into performance settings for one of your vehicles and seen this Affix stats setting? If we go to performance for this Kawasaki Ninja, for instance, we have at the bottom of the screen here something called Affix stats. And all these selected performance parts, you can also see a set number of icons. For all of these performance parts, there are different rarity levels, which is represented by the colors of the parts. For instance, if we go in here, we see that we have 3 different colors. This indicates the rarity level of these performance parts. There are green, for instance, which is the lowest one. That is a common part, a completely stock part with no affix slots. So you see there are no icons on this one indicating there are no affix slots. And no matter the performance level, green never has affix slots because it's a common part. Apart from that, we also have this blue one. That is the next level, which is a rare part. It has 1 affix slot. The next level is an epic part, which is this pink color, which has 2 slots. And the final highest level of a performance part is a legendary part, which is yellow or golden. It has 2 affix slots and a set bonus. So right shift for affix stats. Here we can have an overview of the bonuses we currently get from the currently applied parts. And we can also see that there is no set bonus currently active. And I will explain that during this episode as well, how that works. In the Crew 2, you have a limited storage for performance parts. So like you see here, I don't have a lot of performance parts here. As you play, as you win races, each race you win performance parts, right? So you will over time accumulate a large amount of performance parts. Also, as you progress, you play a lot with the vehicle. In the beginning, you get like performance parts that are slightly better than the ones you had. Let's say if this would be 120, you would get maybe a performance part with 123, 125, and so on. And as you progress, you get higher and higher performance level, right? So in the end, you will have a lot of performance parts with like low performance, and all of these parts which are not applied, only the one that is has a check mark is the one that is actually applied to the vehicle right now. The other ones are in my game stock, and the stock is based on discipline. So this is my street race stock. So these 2 parts are in the stock. This one does not count towards the street race stock because it's applied to vehicle. So your discipline stock, so to speak, this street race stock is limited and can get full. So if I win a race and my stock is full, so I cannot pick up any more parts, at the end of the race, the parts get sent to my mailbox. What I can do then is that I can scrap parts. So if I hold my mouse cursor over this part here, you see that I can hold B to scrap. If I scrap, I will receive spare part points. These points can then be used for the affix stats. So different parts has different rarity levels, and the rarity level of that part will also determine how much spare part points you get when you scrap them. So just to demonstrate, this is a common part. If I scrap that one, we will see here how much spare part points I will get for scrapping it. 100. Okay, so that was a green color part, 100 points. Then we go up 2 levels. The next level is a blue part, and the level above that will be the epic part, which is this pink one. So if I scrap that, 100 for the green, 400 for the epic part. All right, so for this one, for example, we can use it just for demonstration purposes. If I hold, press right shift here. Oh, sorry, I need to actually, right shift will show the affix stats, sort of like in the overview, same as out here, right? If we press right shift, that's like the summary, right? So, but if I press F9 here, not right shift, F9, then we will get an overview and a description of the actual affix stats, what they do. So we see here that the shield here, that represent bulldozer, which will give us the stat increase collision impact force by 5.5%. And we see that it has a range of 2% to 6%. So this stat is currently at 5.5%. That is quite good. It's just a 0.5% from the absolute best you can have, right? And this second stat, which is like represented by a little bump here, that stat means that it's called muddy and decreases off-road bumps and deceleration by 4.6%. And the range is 3 to 8%. So this is not as high as that one, for instance. If we would want to increase this and get it close to 8, then we can recalibrate this stat to try and get it higher. And we can do that either by spending our hard-earned bucks, or we can use the spare part points which we got from scrapping the items before. So that's one way of maintaining your stock, so you can pick up new parts once you have applied all parts, to all your vehicles, and you will continue racing. Your stock will eventually get full, so you will need to scrap parts continuously. So you will accumulate spare part points, which can then be used to recalibrate and improve different affix stats. Doesn't have to be a legendary part. It can be any part which have an affix stat. The only thing that is unique about the legendary part is that it has a set bonus. It's the only part level, so to speak, that has a set bonus. None of the other green, blue, pink has a set bonus, just the epic golden ones. Also, it's worth mentioning that the higher the rarity level of the performance parts, the greater the range, or the higher the possible percentage is. So I don't know the exact limits, but it will show on different parts. Like an epic purple part maybe won't be able to have up to 8%, so muddy, maybe it will max out at 6 or 7, I don't know, but it won't be as high. It's higher depending on the rarity level. Right, so let's just test and see if we can recalibrate this. Hold OK. Okay, so here we can actually change the stat as well, and that's really good, because maybe muddy isn't the best for this off-road. We don't need an off-road stat really. All point skills, that's not really good either. We select that, and maybe we have to recalibrate it again. And now we see that each time we recalibrate, the price goes up. And here we can see our current spare part points as well. So we have an added currency up here while we do this. So maybe see if we can recalibrate it again. Still not what we want for a bike. Maybe we try again. Not sure how many times. Maybe you can do this many times. Still not. Increase slipstream power. Yeah, maybe that's good. We don't need bulldozer. Maybe we can change that as well. Bender. That's way better. So now we have recalibrated this part by spare parts. All right, so that must be that I spend bucks to buy spare parts, or what happens then? Then we get zoned out. So let's see where we end up. I never tested this myself actually. So I'm learning as well now as we go. But I'm guessing we will be sent to some kind of store here. Yeah, all right. So here you can buy stuff. All right, and there we got something for our hobbies, a hobbies achievement. All right. So here you can yet again spend your hard-earned money or crew credits on buying spare power points. We don't need that though because we have a lot of spare power points. So yeah, let's exit that. The final thing here though to show is, let's go back to our bike perhaps. There it is. All right, performance. So now we see here, if we press right shift, we still have no set bonus active. All right, here we see the set bonus. That is quite interesting. Maybe the set bonus, if you want to achieve a set bonus, maybe that is the most important stat apart from the performance level for a legendary part. Because this set bonus, you can never change. There are a number of different set bonuses available, and those seems to be locked per part. So if you want to achieve a certain set bonus, then you will need to find the part with that set bonus or get that drop, and then hold on to that and build on that. There are a number of different set bonuses, like this is the loot digger, which multiply loot earned by 2. Then you also have like the live reward sniffer, which will multiply the live reward density by 2. You will have the fame magnet, which will multiply the followers earned by 2. The nitro chemist, which will multiply the nitro duration by 2. And the score breaker, which will multiply points in skills by 2. So there are 5 different set bonuses available. And how do you get this activated? What you need to do is, you see here that this multiply loot, the loot digger, we have 2 out of 7 parts and it's currently inactive. So if we go back to our parts overview here, we see that this icon furthest to the right, that is the set bonus icon. And out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 1, 2 with that set bonus. So that's correct. We have 2 out of 7. So in order to activate this set bonus, we need to have that for all part categories, so to speak. So all parts must be of legendary level to have this bonus stat, and they also need to have the same bonus stat. Like you see, these have another stat, and we can go into that part and see which stat is that. So that is the live reward sniffer, which we mentioned, which we also had 2 out of 7. So yeah, that's pretty much it about how Affix stats and different part level work in the Crew 2. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. If you want to stay tuned for new content, subscribe to the channel and click the little bell button. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.